Hey guys, today I have come to make a complaint. So, for some reason, none of the goodie cards, when you press related cards on any of them, well, not literally any of them, but like the majority of them, it's like, well, what are these related cards? The point of related cards is to, show the related cards. So, why can we not see any of, the synchro monsters that the goodie tuners can make, specifically when we want to, like, look at the the goatee extra deck cards that they can make. So you want me to go like Aces related cards and then Exceed related cards or something? Like I guess this kind of works for the time being. But like if we're in the middle of the duel, you want me to do this instead? Like I'm not even sure if you can check related cards on related cards in a duel right now because I'm not in one to test it, but this is just so moderately inconvenient that we just can't check this. Like, it's understandable that I can't check, like, for example, a white or a whale because it's not a goatee, but you know, why can't I just immediately kind of press related cards on like paces to then like hover over like Ascon, Google him, around posts, or like goatee of the DPM because I have to read through all of these technically before making my play. So like, for example, if my opponent, I have a way to kind of like remove something in either the standby or draw phase, then I might do it in order to stop like Ariampos from being special summoned or like Ascon, depending on exactly the board state. But uh, why, why, why does the game like work like this with the related cards? It's just really awful. So this because we can technically still go into Ixie, which shows up in the related cards at least. But we can still find the goodie cards here, right? Yo, so check out some serious fun nightmare fuel, in my opinion. So we just got related cards on Utopia. This lists like all of these different random ass number cards. And this isn't like the worst one either when it comes to this. Like, if we go to number 43, Manipulator of Souls, Abyss Shark comes up for some reason, and then we have Zeus Ouroboros Sage, which is apparently related to number 43, Manipulator of Souls. We have Astral Kribo. We have the opposite issue here. Too much crap that's vaguely related to our number 43, Manipulator of Souls, is showing up here. But we have too much crap. Same with like Utopia, kinda, right? If we go to Numeron Dragon, like, or every other number, that this is what pops up. Like, if we want to find, like, for example, a specific rank up magic or something, yeah, to check its conditions or maybe if it's like searchable or not. Yeah, good luck sifting through this. So, completely awful. And then, like, if we go Utopia Ray, same kind of thing. A lot of those aren't even like Utopia cards or like really related to Utopia. Does this show up? Oh, yep, it probably does because it mentions Utopia. So that this is like fair enough, I guess. But if we go to, for example, Ice Barrier, it does show, I believe, like all of the Ice Barrier synchro monsters, which makes me wonder, why does Goatee not do this? Just kind of random, I guess. But all right, if we dig deeper, like there's probably a lot of horrible like related card things that just don't really work that well. So one of these things, I think, if I recall correctly, if I can spell this correctly, Litho Sagum related cards. So the related cards for this, it's not showing any of the other true king cards for some reason, but we do see a Dragonic Diagram, right? Which Shows us Miriamne, the true Draco Phoenix. We have as well True King Barastus, the Fathomer. True King Agnamazud, the Vanisher. None of those guys show up. Masterpiece, the true Draco Slaying King. That's vaguely related. Masterpiece, the true Draco Slayer. True King of all calamities, which has an effect that worries about like true Draco and true King monsters in your hand. If they would destroy cards, you would destroy things on your opponent's field instead. So that would be for like, for example, True King Lithosagum, which apparently isn't related to like any of those other guys, but it's still related to True King of all calamities. So pretty awkward having to find these guys a little bit. You just have to kind of know what to look for, but if you didn't know about some of the tricks, like going from here to here, like if you didn't know you could do this to find the rest of the True Kings, finding the rest of the True Kings is pretty annoying, right? So, alright, I guess that's just how it works. Cool. Very epic. Well, not really. But there are a bunch of like related card things that are just pretty awful, but some of them are like adequate, you know, like if we were to go like oh whoops. Vanquish Soul. Vanquish Soul, perfectly fine. We do related cards on Rosin, you know, we get all we need. We have Pantera here, Mad Love, Jialong. If we do Mad Love, it shows all of them as well. It even shows Stake Your Soul, which is not a Vanquish Soul card. So this in general just shows everything that's like vaguely related. Even if we go like this, this, it just shows everything. It even shows the spell and traps, despite them like not being directly searched or activated. So what shows up as a related card, it doesn't make full sense. So in this case, like Pantera does not search anything, right? But shows up with like all the same cards as Rosin. But this doesn't apply to like Goaty. Like Rocket the Vanquisher does not show up for some reason. Is this because maybe, I don't know, the Goaty cards don't specifically list Goaty cards? Or something. Like, Arion Post doesn't list, that doesn't say the word like Goaty anywhere in its effect. Is this why they don't show up? Like, how does this work? Maybe. This might unironically be why. Couldn't tell ya, but yeah, this is just in general really annoying mid-duel because we are on like a timer, right? So having to figure this jank stuff out. I mean, if you already know, it won't affect you that much, but if you lost by 10 seconds because you were struggling to find information on your opponent's card, like, oh, let's say I'm playing against Cody. Okay, so my opponent has like paces and stuff on the field, right? So they have like maybe paces, lifeless leafish. Okay, paces, related cards. Can't find anything. Okay, exceed. So that's like what? I've spent like 5 seconds, and then I have to click on this, read this. Oh, and if we click on it to make it bigger, because it's kind of hard to read like this. So I click on this, Arion Post. I read Arion Post's effect. Speed read, okay. Oh, that's what Arion Post does. I close it, and then this would take me back to basically here. And when I close out of Arion Post, that's what happens. So I have to once again go into Paces, related cards for Paces, Inkseep related cards, and then I would have to go to Ascon, and then once again it's hard to read. Open Ascon again. That where I open up like a new tab, and then I instead search and read through the Goaty cards there, which is kind of what this related cards thing was supposed to help out with. Because when we didn't have this, we either had to just know all of our opponent's cards, or we just had to be able to quickly open up a new tab and search all of the relevant targets for whatever, right? So in the case of like Chizao, we'd have to search like every single relevant Sword Soul card on a new browser, or like open something else to kind of show what yugioh can search, right? So it's just a struggle here, essentially. And related cards, of course, still doesn't show, like, for example, White Aura Whale. Like, okay, so if my opponent, for example, summons White Aura Whale, uh, is this a problem? So I actually, let's assume I did play around White Aura Whale, so I special summoned everything in defense position. White Aura Whale, let's check the effect real fast. So when this card is Synchro Summon, you can destroy all your opponent's attack position monsters. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Not super relevant. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Okay, sure. And then if this card in your possession is destroyed by opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you can banish one other water monster from your graveyard. Special summon this card as a tuner. So this doesn't banish itself or anything, and this is whenever this is destroyed by a card, not card effect. So this includes a battle. And what if I don't have a way to remove this aside from just destroying it by battle or just destroying it in general? And then this will always keep looping. Yeah. So this will just keep looping all of the goodie cards whenever I try to destroy it. I can only like attempt to destroy this essentially like maybe 4 times. And yeah, that's how many like water monsters he has, and maybe he has a little few extra like lifeless leaffish. So I can't actually remove the White Aura Whale. So instead of worrying about the White Aura Whale, I should probably remove his tuner so he can't go into White Aura Whale. So something like that. Or maybe the non-tuners, so he only has tuners or something like that. So a lot to actually think about, even just a lot of steps. And well, that could be a game-losing thing, right? Where we don't play into White Aura Whale properly, where we summon all of our guys into attack, because we just don't know that this is a possible target, you know? But we do, like, know, in general, if you have, like, the knowledge about Goaty, that White Aura Whale is commonly played. So that is something you have to potentially, like, play around. But you won't be able to if, you know, you're running out of time trying to read all the targets and you've never seen Goaty before in your life, and you don't even know that White Aura Whale is an option or to play around it. So the issue of like not having knowledge of cards, like cards that exist, right? Essentially, if a card exists but you don't know about it, the card kind of doesn't exist in your mind, right? So you can't play around it. So that's just pretty game losing, I guess, right? If that makes sense. So the related cards not being as like good as it could be as a function kind of hurts. So just for example, like if I competed at like the Master Duel Worlds event or whatever, so let's assume that I am participating and my opponent is playing Goaty, and I just have like never played against Goaty in my life, you know, just because circumstances, you know, I just happen to never play into Goaty. Then I'll be reading all the Goaty cards for the first time, so that'll be losing me some time, which I mean, it's fine, it makes sense. And then White Aura Whale jump scare, I've never seen this card in my life, and I just lose. Cool. But not even just White Aura Whale, even some of the in-archetype cards are hard to find. So, yeah, just in general, I just don't really like how the related cards work for some things. I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was this one card that should have related cards, but they just it doesn't exist when you press related cards. So I don't know. Does something like this have related cards? Yeah, Fiendish Rhino Warrior, it does not. But I guess this one doesn't matter that much. But there was some card that plays really well, and it was essentially made to be played with this other card because they don't really function without the other card, and they don't really have significant like synergies with like other cards. But there's no related card button for them to like for you to see that like other card. I don't remember exactly what it was either, but yeah. If we go to Gamma, I believe this doesn't show Cyframe Omega for some reason, but it does show Cyframe Lord Zeta. Yeah, this has always been bugging me, honestly, because Gamma driver makes Omega anyway, so why does this not show up? In fact, if we do driver, that no Omega, no Omega. Oh, Cyframe Circuit does show Omega. Finally, something. Does Lambda show us Omega? Okay. But none of these other cards show Omega. Despite it clearly being a related card, like, what? How much more related can you get to, like, Gamma? Like, wait, is that not, well, can you get more related to Omega than, like, Gamma? I don't know. Is that actually Gamma right there? Yeah, I think it is, right? In the card art? Isn't that, like, kind of Gamma right here or here? Not 100% sure how this works, right? Kind of looks like it though, right? Alpha. Yeah, no clue, but whatever. Uh, I don't see any card that could be, more related to Gamma here, but alright, whatever. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and, hopefully eventually they do improve the, related cards function, because apparently just Gamma's not related to anything, is it? Actually, if we do related cards on Gamma, what shows up? Well, not Gamma, that's for sure. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.